hold Control and scroll up, it'll zoom in on this little block here. And once that's opened, you can click on different ones and you can give them collision if you want to. So here, what we do, we click on this little block and we'll just draw like that, and that'll just put a collision box around those objects within Unity for you automatically, and you won't have to worry about it anymore. We'll also want one on spikes, but with spikes we want that to be a trigger, so we're going to set that up now in a second, but for now we just want those two, and everything else we don't want to have collision. So as you can see, if you click on those other things, you don't want to give anything collision just in case you draw any of those things, but it's just this little block that you want to give collision to. So we'll close that, and then we want to, now that we have those as collisions, we want to have spikes here as well. But if we put these into the map here as it is at the moment, although they're very hard to see, actually let me just change the background color here. Map properties, if we scroll down, so we've got background color options here, and we'll make this just dark enough so we can see everything. There we go, now we can see those a bit better. If we were to put them on here, they'll be the exact same as the ground, they'll be given the same properties as the ground, and the player will be able to just walk on them and it won't hurt them like we want them to. So we're going to erase them, and then we're going to create a new layer, and we'll call this hazards, for example. And on this layer we're going to draw these guys in. So we'll put put a couple of them there, say, and put another one here just for fun. So that's fine, but at the moment there'll be collision boxes that the player walks into as well, which is not what we want. We want them to be triggers. And if we go back into Tile to Unity again, here we can see we've got a Unity is trigger option. So that means we have the ability to make these colliders a trigger back within Unity. So again, like we did with the ground, we clicked on ground and we went down to the properties of that layer. And hazards, we want to go down here, add a property, Unity is trigger with a capital T, hit OK, and we want to set that to true, so that anything on this layer that we've drawn, which will be the spikes, will be a trigger. And that's pretty much it for our level. That's obviously, you can design more complicated levels and you can make everything as complicated as you want, really. But for now, we'll keep things nice and simple for the purpose of this tutorial, and we will save this. So as usual, you'll navigate to your, whoop, that's wrong way altogether. You'll navigate back to your project folder, and which we'll save it in the levels folder. We will call this one level 3, and we'll save that, and that's perfect. So now we've got our map saved, but there's nothing we can do with it. We can't have any fun. We can't do that in the game. So we need to open that in Tile to Unity. So if we go open Tile to Unity, file, open tiled file, and we'll go find the right place. Go to level, here we go, level 3. So now that'll automatically open up here in Tile to Unity, and it'll process its way through it, and that'll be fine. Now the first time you open Tile to Unity, this little line here would probably be empty. And what you have to do is you have to choose the project that you're going to import your Tile to Unity file into. So we'll go to choose export folder here, and we will find the right folder. And what you have to choose is like the overarching folder that everything's in. So you don't go into assets or anything like that. That's too far down. So you can see it says selected folder is not a Unity project. And when you're on a proper Unity project, that message will disappear. And here you go, we've got 2D platformer tutorial. Hit the select button, and then once this is all finished compiling out, you'll be given this big ass export button, and you just simply press that. And now, if we pop back into Unity, wait for it to load in. If we go to the Tile to Unity folder and go into prefabs, here we've got level 3. So we'll just zoom out here for a second. We've got level 3, and we're going to drag that in here. And there you go. This is our level. And it's all scaled to the right size and everything. And as you can see the green boxes very well here, actually, now that we're zoomed out. It's created one big, massive, long green box there. And then there's a corner, so it makes little one going up, and it just automatically creates huge big long ones for you that you don't have to worry about them anymore. So obviously what we want to do is get rid of all this other stuff from our level, but actually what we want to do is save this level as a new level. Save this scene as a new level, sorry. So we'll go save scene as into our levels folder, and we'll save this as level 3. Now you could of course just make a new scene and drag this straight in, and then add your player and all this stuff back into the scene, add the coins back in, and add the enemies and all that. But just for handiness sake and to save a bit of time here, we're just going to use all the stuff that we've already got in the level. There's no need to go and rewrite the whole stuff. So we'll just hit the level layout here, and we're just going to delete that completely because we're not using any of that anymore. And the same with these spikes, we don't want them anymore because we've got a new kind of spike thing going on. And then we will just move some things around. So we'll grab these here, coins, and we'll drag them down to there. We'll drag this enemy here, say, and this guy over here, and this guy here, and we'll drag the player back to the start. And we'll grab a couple of these checkpoints. So there's the first one, so we'll pop that there. Next checkpoint, oh, that could have been there, but anyway, we'll put him there, say, and then have another checkpoint. We'll pop him there, and then we'll grab our exit, and we're going to drag him down here. And like we've done before, if we hold V, we'll snap to the points like this, and we can just drag the point straight down to the ground. It's perfect. And we'll just move that over a tiny little bit. And what else have we got? What's up here? Oh, that's the coin holders. We'll drag these coins, pop them there, say, and we'll pop these guys down here. You could of course create more coins or whatever you want to do, but I feel it's handy with the nice little bit of layout we've got going on here. That's the coins one. Yeah, perfect. So if we hit play now, the player should collide with the ground nice and handy. He should have, as we've already set the ground up to be, or we've already set these blocks up to be the ground layer, he should be able to jump as much as you want, just like we set up before. But our spikes don't do anything. We've set them to be colliders, so they're that much is definitely working. But the only thing is, the way that our spikes are working is that they're giving damage to the player based on a script that we've attached to them. And obviously we can't just magically attach that script through tiled. So once you import it into the game, you have to go ahead and manually do it now. So if we look here, we've got level 3. That was the prefab that we dragged in. That's all this stuff here. And what we want to do is uncollapse this, and we've got grounds and we've got hazards. So grounds is, as you can see, that's the green boxes there. The mesh is the background, that's the drawing of it. So if we turn it off, for example, now you can see that like it's all disappeared, but the collision is also here, so the level would actually still work perfectly fine, even though you can't see where you're going. But what we want to do is go into our hazards one here. As we can see, look, the polygon collider has been set up, and it's been set up as a trigger. That's exactly what we wanted to happen. So we're just going to add our hard to player script to this here. So if we just add our scripts in, as we have done in the past, we can either go to the scripts here and go to heart player on contact, or we can just type it in, heart player, and select that one. And damage to give, let's just leave that at 10, so it definitely kills the player. And now if we hit play, once everything starts going, bam, the player gets killed. That's exactly what we wanted. So now we've got a handy little way to be able to make levels much more quickly than we've done in the past. And it's very simple. There's very little scripting involved. It's literally just setting up, if you scroll back up here, it's literally just setting up these little values within tiled, and they work well. And there's other things you can do, of course, with your different layers in tiled, and it's a very, very handy program to use. I definitely recommend spend some time with it yourself, get to learn all the features, and put them to good use making your own platformer games. But there you go, that's going to be it for this episode. We will return, of course, later this week with more platform tutorial goodness. But in the meantime, thank you all for watching, and thanks for following this series. It's been great to see all the amazing support for the series we've had so far. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you all very soon. Thanks for watching this episode, and if you'd like to see just how some of the concepts we've covered can be brought together into a fully fledged game, then head to portalnauts.com and check out the demo for my game that I've been working on for the last while. It uses a lot of the concepts we covered so far in the series, as well as other things that we're going to cover in the future. So if you want to get a feel for where we're going and what kind of things you can make with these with the basics of Unity, head over there, try out the game for yourself, and let me know what you think of it, of course. And the best place to let me know is to head to Twitter @GamesPlusJames. Say hi, I'm always there, ready to say hello and do stupid things. But also, if you'd like to see some of the game being worked on and developed in real time, head to twitch.tv/GamesPlusJames, where I regularly stream development of the game, and you can get to see behind the scenes of how things all work. So, head there, say hello, and I'll see you all in the near future.